You've relocated. You've unpacked most of your boxes. The shock of what you have done is finally starting to settle in. If you're like me, you hate to move. Like, I hate packing, I hate moving. It's a necessary evil. Relocating is like moving on steroids, and it can be a culture shock even for some people. Whatever you can do to make your process of relocating smoother, you want to do, right? Well, I have come up with a list of 10 things I know if you do these 10 things, it will make your relocation process that much smoother. And that is the name of the game, because starting over is stressful enough. We don't need to add to it. Let's get into this list of 10 things that you're gonna need to do to make your relocation smoother. All right, it's my Rosie Perez. So the first thing that you're gonna wanna do to make your relocation go smoother in my list of 10 things to do is to find a job. Now, you watched my other video about how to budget for your relocation, and if you haven't, that's okay, you can watch it after this one. In that video, I talk about saving enough money to live 3 to 6 months without a job. That still doesn't mean that you don't want to look for a job when you get there. If you're able to transfer your position, great. If you're able to set up an interview before you get there for a job, even better. But if you can't, that's okay. You can still just find a job doing anything as long as it's legal, because A, you're not going to use it on your resume, and B, you don't need these people for references. You're just there to collect a paycheck. That being said, as a new artist, there are a couple things you want to consider. One is you don't want to find a job that's going to be super stressful and pull a lot of focus and take a lot of your energy and time. Two, you don't want a job that doesn't fit with your life. So if you have signed up for acting classes, which is awesome, and they're in the day, then you probably want to work at night. But the point is to find a job. It's much easier to find a job that you really want when you already have a job than it is when you don't have a job at all, like when you're not doing anything. Because there's just like this air of desperation that you have. It's like a dog whistle. You don't want to have that. So find a job doing anything, long as it's legal, you have money coming in, and you don't have to spend your savings as much. You want to try to hold on to it for as long as you can. The second thing that you want to do to make your relocation smoother is to get your state ID or your driver's license transferred over. This helps when you are trying to set up a bank account, or if you're in a city where you're driving, God forbid you get pulled over by the police, you've already gotten that part taken care of. The next thing that you want to do, the third thing that you want to do on my list of 10 things to make your relocation go smoother, is to change your number. Google has an app where you can change your number for free, and it's like a second number. So it rings to the number that you already had. But the point of changing your number is because when you're looking for jobs, employers are notorious for kind of skipping past the resumes that have out-of-state numbers, because they just don't know if they can depend on that. They want to talk to people who actually live there and live there right now. Changing your number is a good look to help you find jobs. Okay, the fourth thing that you're going to want to do to make your relocation process go smoother is, if you have a car, you want to call your insurance provider. Now, for me, when I came back to New York, I just gave my car to my mother. Like, I was like, I'm not driving here. No. But if you watch my previous video, then you know I moved here with my ex-girlfriend, and she still had her car because she had a car note. So she had to call her insurance provider. She had to get her insurance switched over to the state of New York, which cost her a little bit more money. But in the end, it was a smart thing to do, because they told her that if she had gotten into an accident and hadn't notified them that she had moved, they weren't going to cover her, which is not good. Okay, call your insurance provider and just at least have the conversation. If you're not driving, then you can skip step number 4 and go to step number 5. Step number 5 in the list of 10 things to do to make your relocation go smoother is to create goals. You want to create a 3, a 6, and a 12-month goal for yourself after you have relocated. Relocating in itself is a major goal, big accomplishment for yourself. Pat yourself on the back. So in the first 3 months, you don't want to pick some other big, huge goal to accomplish, okay? Because you just finished accomplishing a big, huge goal. So for me, my 3-month goal was to find a job. So within the first 3 months of me being here in New York City, my goal was to find a job. After I did that, my goal for my first 6 months was to just get more comfortable in my new city. I learned where everything was in my neighborhood, how to get around. A lot of things had changed, even though I had lived here before. So much had changed, so I had to get acclimated to that all over again. My 12-month goal was to finally step into my creativity, which is why I created my YouTube channel. So I gave myself enough time to do things, and you want to set goals that you know you can accomplish, because it just doesn't make you feel good when you set a goal and you're not able to accomplish it. It makes you get in your head, it makes you doubt yourself, and you don't want anything like that to happen. You want to set yourself up for success. So set some goals for yourself. Just start small and then go bigger. The 6th thing that you want to do in my list of 10 things to do to make your relocation go smoother is to get out of the house. Go learn your neighborhood. But just get out of the house, go for walks, just explore. When I first moved to LA, I was sitting in my apartment and I had no furniture. I just had all my boxes with my books and stuff, and the walls just started to feel like they were closing in on me. So I had to just get out of the house. And walking around and seeing everything and realizing what I had done started to make me feel empowered. So get out of the house, learn your neighborhood, learn where the grocery store is, where the bank is, the check cashing place, learn where the dollar store is, or the 99-cent store. Like, just learn your neighborhood. Where's the closest hospital, God forbid, but learn your neighborhood. It'll really help your relocation process go smoother, trust me. So number 7 in the list of 10 things to do to make your relocation go smoother is to maintain a minimalist lifestyle. In my other video, things to do 30 days before you relocate, I talk about having a Marie Kondo moment where you get rid of things that aren't serving you and things that you don't want to bring with you into your new life. Well, once you get into your new life, you don't want to just right away start buying a bunch of stuff. First of all, you want to hold on to your savings for as long as you can until you're completely comfortable in a job that you know is going to take care of you and your bills and your life. So buying a bunch of things is just not a smart thing to do. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to be going, especially if you come to New York City, you're going to get a roommate. So the apartment is furnished with everything already, which is great. The only thing that you have to furnish is your room. And sometimes you don't even have to do that. Sometimes the room is already furnished. Buying the basics that you need for your room is great. But, just don't make any large purchases. Just keep it to a minimal. Just meditate on a minimalist life. Minimalist. That's you. Number 8 on the list of 10 things to make your relocation go smoother is cook at home. Now, this one was a tough one for me because if you are anything like I was when I was 18 years old, I didn't know how to cook. I barely know how to make spaghetti, and it was bad. And I just liked going to restaurants. It made me feel happy. It made me feel rich. Like, I'm just going out to eat. It made me feel grown. It was a fast way for me to spend all my money. And honestly, it made me gain some weight. Learn to cook at home. Go to the grocery store. Once you've gotten a job and you're secure with your finances, then you can start treating yourself, once a week to go out to eat. It'd be kind of fun, to get more confident with yourself. Going out to eat by yourself, that's a great way to build your self-confidence. But for now, cook at home. Buy healthy foods. It'll help with your mood. The important thing is to stay healthy and stay happy. So cook at home, save your money, treat yourself occasionally. Number 9. Well, wait, hold up. Before we go to number 9 on the list of 10 things to do to make your relocation go smoother, you want to hit the like button and you want to hit the subscribe button with the notification bell so that you can be notified when I post more videos like these. And you can join me next time. Okay, so number 9 is to open an additional bank account. Now, in my previous video on how to create a budget for your relocation, you should already have come to your new city with at least 2 bank accounts. But you probably want to consider opening at least another one, so you have 3, so you can split up your bills. So one account is for your rent, another one for your utility bills, and maybe another one for your food. Or if you want to go another step further, the 4th one could be for your miscellaneous expenses. Our favorite thing in the world, miscellaneous expenses, so that you don't get into trouble with not having enough money to pay your bills, because that is one way to kill your relocation process, is not having enough money to pay your bills, and then you end up having to come back home, and then it was like, what did you do all this for? So think about opening another account. And as I mentioned in that other video about how to budget for your relocation, I'm all about the Walmart money cards. If you guys know of any other cards like Walmart money cards that you want to suggest, let me know in the comments. But I love Walmart money cards because they don't allow you to overdraw. So if the money's not there, it's just not there. You don't have to pay NSF fees. And it only costs $5 to buy the card to get started with the account. And then they give you the routing number and the account number, and you can set up your direct deposit. So setting an additional bank account, it'll help with your budgeting process, which helps you to stay in your new city, which makes your relocation smoother. So get into it. So you made it to the end. I'm gonna share with you the 10th thing that you should do to make your relocation go smoother. And this one is probably the most obvious, and it's also the most difficult. Number 10 is stay positive. Stay positive. Focus on why you came here or wherever you went in the first place. Why are you here? If it's to take your career to the next level, if it's to start your dream job, if it's to, not be the only gay person within a 50-mile radius, whatever your reason for coming to your new city, focus on that. Now, there's so many ways that you can stay positive. I'm just going to throw out a bunch that have worked for me. I created a vision board digitally, and I'm actually working on a physical one, which is what this is going to be when I finish it. I'm going to link a video below that helped me create my digital vision board and my physical one, so that you guys can check that out. It was really awesome. Another thing that I did was I got into motivational speakers. Now there are hella videos with motivational speakers on YouTube. I will also link below a few of my favorites, but I would just listen to them anytime I felt down, or even when I was feeling great. I would listen to a motivational speech and just feel motivated. Another great thing that you can do to stay positive is yoga. Yoga is like church for the body. It's like taking your body to church. For those of you who go to church, or whatever your version of church is, and you know how you feel after you leave, that's how you feel after your body feels after you finish yoga. So it's a great way to help you stay positive. Another thing that I did was I downloaded a free app called Meetup. Go to your app store and just type in Meetup. They have all these groups where you can meet with other like-minded individuals. I found groups on writing, and one of the groups that I belong to is called Shut Up and Write. So we all get together and we literally shut up and we write, and that's it. And after it's over, or before COVID, when we were all meeting in one place, some of us would stay after and we would talk to each other, and we would maybe share our stories and get feedback. It was great. But now they still do it, and it's just virtually online. So that's cool. And then the last thing that I'm going to share with you about how you can stay positive is a little bit more serious, but still as useful. For me, when I first got back here to New York City last year, a lot of personal things happened to me that were very bad. And I wanted to get into therapy. So I Googled Black female therapists, because I'm a Black female. I wanted a Black female therapist. And I found this website called blackfemaletherapist.com. So I found a therapist and I started talking to her, and we've been meeting for almost a year now. We meet virtually, and it's really helped me to stay positive. Therapy is something that, is good for an artist when you just want to deal with things and you want to have an objective or professional opinion on things, and have someone to talk to that won't judge you for it, won't throw it back at you later in an argument, So therapy is great. I recommend that everyone goes to therapy because it has really helped me. I hope you guys found this video useful, and I look forward to chatting with you next time. Please let me know any of my 10 things, if you have tried any of these 10 things, if you've just relocated, and how they have helped you, or if there was something that I didn't touch on and it has helped you that you can share with us. It'd be awesome. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching my video to the end, and I can't wait to see you next time. Peace.